And this is how they qualified. Bodie Page, DeMario, and Vosberg.
Then you're going to have Cody Kopp, Sam Drain, and Betancourt just outside row 2, a little further back, Greg. You can have Dreyer, Carson King, Sanchez, Mervis, Rossi Garcia, and to round out the field, Landon Smith with Ian Fraley just back there on row 5. As we get the green flag from the back of the grid, we are ready to go.
All right, so here we go. 10 laps scheduled in this one. Race number 1 of the Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul. Revs are up, and we're away racing. And a good launch from our pole sitter, Bodie Page.
Yeah, what a start. We talked to him this morning, and he felt like, you know, the changes that they made overnight, you got to remember, a lot of these riders made some changes overnight. Not sure how many of them actually got to go out and try them, even in some of the other classes here. But you can see DeMario there in 3rd, Sam Drain right in between them. So the top 3, we've seen these 3, Greg, at numerous races run in this order. Cody Kopp there in 4th. Really good start from him. Another guy's never been here before, and his progression so far this year has been great. But it's going to be Bodie Page leading him onto that back straightaway for the first time. Sam Drain 2nd. You see DeMario there in the draft going down this back straightaway.
So Bodie Page, the 65 on the CTR D&D Cycles machine, down the back straightaway. DeMario into 2nd spot as he goes through off the back straightaway. And you can see, looking for some lines. So Bodie Page and DeMario in a fierce battle out front.
These are those S's that we talked about earlier, Greg. They're going to go up over this blind section. And then at this point now, the riders are going to be starting to head their way back towards start-finish line. As you see the rest of the field, Fraley going up over the top. You're going to see this is that up over the top turn 11 area that I was talking about. And the field is starting to bunch back up. In 4th right now, I believe it's Vosberg. And this whole crew has started to just close back in on the front 3. So we're going to have, what, Greg, probably 8 riders at this front?
Yeah, we'll see, though. This section can definitely separate some, but corner speed and not a ton of horsepower for these Kramers. But it is the number 27, your championship points leader, who goes to the front. So it's DeMario, Page, Drain, Vosberg, Kopp, Dreyer in 6th, Carson King, Betancourt, and Garcia. And Mervis, your top 10.
Yeah, so we essentially, Greg, have 8 riders. As you see Cody here, he got passed by Vosberg on that lap. Vosberg has also been, he hasn't been sitting silent, has he? We've seen him in some Twins Cup. We've seen him on the podium. Hank's been doing a nice job of keeping himself busy when Talent Cup's not riding. We've seen, obviously, DeMario, our defending Twins Cup champion, has been doing all those as well. So it is going to be that guy, DeMario, leading the way down the back straightaway. And you can see here, Bodie Page, both of these riders predicted the lap times, Greg, be down in the 36s. So we'll get to see here after this flying lap. This is our real first flying lap, but I'm impressed with Vosberg. He was as far back as 5th, got himself through on Cody Kopp. Now he's got himself through on Drain.
Some of them participating in the Wira event we have, so more track time than they usually get. But still, with the development of these Kramer motorcycles, and whoa, I thought that was going to be a pass for the lead.
Well, it is going to be a pass for the lead because he's just going to barge his way through as Bodie Page through the middle of that keyhole. Very famous corner, Greg, and boy, when they repaved this place, that is the spot that was just so much better for the riders. Now Vosberg's going to get a double bike draft. Look at him pull out to the inside here of both riders. The 31 got enough speed to get by them both. Doesn't look like it.
Oh, here we go. Braking duel down the back straightaway, and Page is going to get it done. And DeMario looking for some room up the inside, and he's going to pass again.
Oh, and then
another one. So that's 6 lead changes that we've had so far in this race. How do you like Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul? Qualifying time. Page thought that we'd be in the low 36s, but there's 7 laps with all the infighting going on. There's Kopp back there in 7th place, racing it up with Carson King.
Also, just in case anybody's watching, we see that Rossi Garcia pulled into the pits. I did see him pull in, Greg, so that's what you see there where it says pit next to his name. Now, this is where Bodie Page made the pass a lap ago. Ooh. He keeps it, you can see as you kind of go over the top of that rise on the way in, Greg, you're on the edge of the tire, so what you're seeing there is a lot of movement, and it's easy to lose the front there. So it used to be a lot worse when we had concrete patches and sealer. Now we don't have that, so it's a much nicer ride for riders. You see Sam Drain here. He's in the draft of Vosberg. Let's see if he tries to get down the inside, but DeMario doing the same now on Bodie Page as they head down into that back straightaway. DeMario takes another lead, another swap for that front position.
It's good. If you look at DeMario too, and he's very tall in stature. And so
you see Ella Dreyer now. She's going to try to make a move on Drain as they go down into turn 1. he's going to close the door. So she couldn't quite get that pass made. But Ella right now wants to get onto the back of the top 3. Now Vosberg is closer. So we've really seen Vosberg step up. And now Ella's there, as well as Carson King and Cody Kopp. They are all right there, and I'm just trying to see. Looks like Nathan Betancourt. Oh, did Ella make the move?
Well, DeMario got stood up by the 31 of Vosberg, and he went a little bit wide. It looked like he was uncomfortable getting into the keyhole. Ella Dreyer's been able to work her way into 4th spot, and now she's got a draft. All the while, it was DeMario who came across the line leading this, but it was a 65 who got by. And now off the back straightaway, here comes
Vosberg.
The 31 of Vosberg, who's been doing some time in Twins Cup. Yeah, so another lead change here in Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul.
And he makes that pass very definitively.
The third on the MP13 machine, number 22. So that group has got just a little bit of a gap back to the Kopp, Drain, Carson King. As Dreyer looking for to move up the inside as the door opens up.
DeMario actually made the move, didn't he, Greg? From second, from 3rd to 2nd. Ella's there in 4th. So now Bodie Page has got himself back into 3rd spot. So we're gonna have to see what he's gonna try to do here. We've got about 4.5 laps to go, and that group is starting to get back together again. Betancourt as well. He did a 37.7 his last time by, which matches his personal best, to try to get himself on the back of these guys. But look what's happening. Vosberg has got the hammer down at the front, and this group is starting to just splinter up ever so slightly. DeMario 2nd. There's Bodie Page in 3rd. And keep in mind, we talked to him this morning, and there's a move a little bit further back. And it looks like Carson King with a good move there. Right now for Bodie Page, you can see he got the double draft, and he's trying to go to the outside of these guys. Should have a run on them a little bit, but it just gets so sketchy in there if you don't time that exactly right. Vosberg's having none of it at the end of the back straightaway. So DeMario tried to go through, and you can see Bodie Page makes the pass on DeMario there as well. And now, Greg, you've got everybody completely bunched back up again. And our screen over here, Greg, is just lighting up right now with personal best lap times from all these riders.
Great drive, by the way, on the 31 of Vosberg, but had nowhere to go in this particular section of the racetrack.
Carson thought about it.
Yeah, King looked like he was going to try to go up the inside of Alessandro DeMario on the 27. 2 laps to go this time around. 37 4s, 37 5s all around for this group.
And here comes Sam.
Drain, his personal best at a 37.2. The 4th place rider. Oh, side by side they go. Out front.
Bodie got him. Bodie gets him heading up towards the keyhole. So Bodie Page gets himself back to the front of this race. And now it's going to be up to Vosberg and DeMario. DeMario should have a good chance at double draft. But how about Sam Drain? Sam Drain is going to be able to draft off the little bit bigger rider in DeMario. Let's look and see if he ducks down to the inside as he's going to come down through here. See Bodie really protecting that inside. Vosberg takes the lead back as they break down here at the end of the back straightaway.
Covering these riders with Betancourt just off. So Dreyer trying to make a move side by side. Is she going to have position and roll around the outside?
She's trying, isn't she? I think she's. Is she going to be able to make it? Let's see when they flick it back to the left. White flag, Greg. Not really sure where you want to be here. I love
what's going to happen in the braking duel down the back straightaway on this final lap of race number 1 of the Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul.
Here comes DeMario.
Here comes DeMario. He's got good under brakes, and it looks like Bodie Page was hung out to dry. So DeMario takes over the lead with half a lap to go. He's left here at Mid-Ohio. No room up the inside. DeMario keeps it nice and tidy.
Trying to go around the outside of Drain.
Here we go. Onto the straightaway we go. The 31 pulls up the inside, but DeMario's going to have enough speed to hold him off. It's going to be DeMario, Vosberg, and Page just behind.
We saw him on a super sport bike up at the Ridge.
Yep.
And do very well there in a couple qualifying sessions. He ultimately ended up not racing for the team there. But, all these other kids can really measure themselves against a person in DeMario that's been successful.
And then, of course, Jay, as these riders celebrate, I'm just thinking about what's going on in the head of Drain, of Dreyer, of Carson King, and of Cody Kopp, and Betancourt, because he was so close. Really, if some of these riders were able to get better drives off of the back straightaway, out of the keyhole, I think that this race could have been a totally different race.
Well, it just goes to show you, too, that something as simple as what maybe some people think is gearing can make such a big difference. And when you know early in the race that you're kind of a sitting duck because your bike's on the limiter, especially when you get in a 2-bike draft, that only opens the door for everybody else behind you to come by. So it did make Bodie's race a little tougher. He'll make
to Mario with a 0.05 of a second victory over Vosberg. Bodie, Page, Sam Drain, Rayer, King Kopp, Bencourt, Mervis, and Smith. It's DeMario with 33 points now over Sam Drain, who finished 4th. So he lost a little bit of a gap. And Bodie Page able to make up a couple of points on his rival there as well.